Is maxing really better than strategic rushing? This back and forth argument has had its most ardent supporters on either side. And even though the Clash Tips YouTube channel does a ton of videos on strategic rushing, the reality is maxing does have its merits. I know, right? This video is on the top 10 reasons why maxing is better than strategic rushing, again, depending on your goals. That's very important. While you're here, make sure you smash that subscribe button for more content just like this. But for now, let's get into it. Number 10, you don't have that rushing stigma. Ever since the beginning of the game, rushers have always been looked at in a negative light. Now, maybe if you don't care what other players think about your base or upgrading choices, then this point doesn't matter as much to you. But if you're looking to have a base that's never looked on negatively, then maxing is the way to go. Number 9, it's easier to find a clan or clan family to join. Now, good or bad, the reality is lots of clans have anti-rushing policies and are willing, for example, to accept a max Town Hall 9 over a strategic rush Town Hall 13. They just won't do it. Now, I think if the strategic rusher knows what they're doing and follows the strategic rushing guides posted on, say, the Clash Tips YouTube channel, then they are much more valuable than a max anything at a lower Town Hall level. But if you're looking for a clan and you're not a maxer, then be prepared to be rejected. Number 8, if you are maxing, then you are playing more in line with how Supercell wants you to play. Now, to be clear, Supercell has no problem with people rushing and almost encourages people to do exactly that, especially with the hero and power potion enticements. But right after I press the button to upgrade my Town Hall to the next level on my strategic rush base, I get a message like this that pops up, which is essentially Supercell asking me to consider maxing at least a little bit more before moving up to the next level. The reality is most rushers have a bad play experience, and that bad experience leads them to quitting early, which is not something Supercell or we as a player base want. So if you are a maxer, then know that Supercell will never send you this warning message encouraging you to take a little extra time at your Town Hall level. Number 7, knowing what to upgrade is easy because you literally finish everything or almost everything on your base before moving on to the next Town Hall level. And if you're unsure what to upgrade within your Town Hall level, Supercell has a nifty upgrading guide in-game you can follow. No need to read through spreadsheets or hundreds of pages in any guide because you are just upgrading everything within your Town Hall before you move on to the next one. Number 6, you can enjoy each Town Hall level to its fullest extent. Even though one player may find Town Hall 7 boring, another might find it super interesting. Attacking with dragons starts at this level, for example, and if we're buzzing through it as a rusher, then we won't get to experience what that's like if we don't stay there for another few weeks. Number 5, you will never experience a loot penalty. Now, this doesn't apply as much to strategic rushers who have maxed their sneaky goblins, but for players who rush their base and fail to upgrade the right troops and spells, they may only be able to effectively grab loot from bases that are 2 to 3 Town Halls below theirs. In an effort to discourage rushing and Town Hall bullying, Supercell made it less enticing to attack Town Halls that are lower than you. In fact, attacking one Town Hall lower begets a 20% loot penalty. 2 Town Halls lower, 50% penalty. 3 Town Halls lower, 75% penalty. And 4 or more slaps you with a 95% penalty. On my strategic rush base, I don't notice this as much since I'm attacking Town Halls at similar levels to mine and getting tons of loot, but it is something rushers are hit with from time to time. Number 4, you can take the time to learn multiple strategies at each Town Hall level. Take Town Hall 9 for example. There are multiple attacking strategies which can be used, such as Golem Avalanche, which I freaking loved at Town Hall 9. Dragons, Lalo, Hogs, and so many other possible troop combinations. Staying at Town Hall 9 for longer than a week or so, which is done by the strategic rushing communities, allows you to learn each of these strategies and experience how they work at Town Hall 9. Number 3, you will have better balanced troops and spells rather than only 1 or 2 maxed armies. With strategic rushing, it only makes sense to max out those armies that you will be using most in war, and as a result, lots of troops and spells just get ignored until later. Taking your time and maxing out each level ensures that you have access to multiple types of armies, allowing you to overall be more flexible in war and what you can use to attack. Number 2, you can learn to attack in a less frustrating and friendlier environment. Take Lalo for example. At Town Hall 16, it can be extremely difficult to master, and if I rush up to Town Hall 16, then I will be extremely frustrated with this attack and possibly give up learning it due to the fact that it can be hard for even pro players at the higher Town Hall levels. Learning it slowly at the lower Town Hall levels may give a player the motivation to continue learning and using different attacks as they slowly upgrade. It is also easier to see why certain principles must be mastered in order to be successful at attacking. At the lower Town Halls, for example, it's easier to funnel, easier to queen charge, easier to blizzard, and easier just to attack overall. Can a player learn these same principles even if they rush to Town Hall 16? Yes, absolutely. But will they be less frustrated, more motivated, and be a better player overall if they learn these principles on easier bases to attack over time? I think it's definitely something to consider. And number 1, for a new player, maxing is just overall a better play experience. Now this is 100% my opinion, but I have done both maxing and rushing, and I'd have to say I'm glad I went through each Town Hall slowly my first time through. Now this does not mean strategic rushing is wrong, and if you want to strategic rush, then go for it. It just means that it's different, and you as the player has to choose which play experience you'd rather have. Now, can it be frustrating staying at a Town Hall level for a lot longer than that rusher in your clan who has only maxed E-Drags and uses them every war? 100%. But in the end, I think it's the maxer that will feel more satisfied overall. Again, just my opinion. For a new player, in my opinion, maxing is just an overall better play experience. Now, does this mean that strategic rushing is wrong? Or if a player wants to strategic rush, then they are wrong? No, absolutely not. You play the game how you want to play the game. All I know is that I have been through the game both as a maxer and a strategic rusher, and I have enjoyed both. But I am very glad that the first time that I went through Clash of Clans was as a maxer. I'm very glad that I took the time to go through each of the town halls and see what each town hall had to offer. I feel like it taught me a lot. I feel like I was able to learn the fundamentals and the principles of attacking. You can learn all those things as a strategic rusher. I just feel like it's better learned as a maxer. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Make sure that you like and share this video with anybody who wants to know the merits of maxing. Until the next video, which will likely be on strategic rushing, which again, if that's what you want to do, then definitely follow your goals, follow your dreams. Remember, it's about the journey, not the destination. Yeah, that's right. I'm TipDog20. I'll see you next video.